Hey Brian, just looked over your videos and things are looking a lot better. I can see that you're getting pretty well adapted to wraps already. Seems like your squat's going real well. To answer your question in the email about load ranges and what you do when you're just blasting through when you feel really good that day. Our nervous system varies so much and how much force we can produce based on a wide range of factors that are impossible to predict, unfortunately. So on those days where you just feel above and beyond, you get your first set done and at 370, between 360 and 380, which is the load range of the day, and you killed it. You feel like you have five or six reps in reserve. I would definitely say go up, blow past the load range. The load range is there to give you an idea of where I think you should be at based on previous numbers. But at the same time, everybody's going to have those days where your recovery was great, your sleep was great, outside life factors are going well, whatever it may be, and your nervous system is ready to produce force. It's feeling great. And on those days, I would just listen to your body more than the load range, and I would go up to the weight where you have 2 to 3 reps in reserve or whatever it may be. And you also will have days, unfortunately, where your nervous system's like, fuck that noise. I don't want to produce any force. And the outside life factors may not be going quite as well. And 360, 380, your first set might be at 360, feels absolutely terrible. Feel like you have 1 reps in reserve, and you go down from the load range. So, unfortunately, both great days and shitty days happen. And on those days, don't be afraid to kind of work around the load range a little bit. Always have your first working set be in said load range. But again, if you're feeling great, it's okay to blow past it a little bit. If you're not feeling so well, then go below it. Now, when it comes to the squat, let's actually look at the video first. Comes to the squat. So that's about as low as we're getting, and we are making huge improvements. It's like getting lowered each and every week, which is awesome. We're getting closer and closer to competition standards. The thing that's going to drive it home, though, the cue that's going to help you actually get to depth very consistently and comfortably in reps is we have to guide our knees out. It's going to be kind of a new cue for you, because if we look at that video again, your knees are continually traveling forward, which makes it really hard to get to depth, incredibly challenging. But if you were to set that same side angle camera view, maybe reduce the load a little bit and guide your knees out as you went down, you'll notice that you would have gotten to depth, and very comfortably so. And when you guide your knees out, you actually get a little more out of the wraps too. So it's going to be a really good idea for you. Again, toe position change already worked out a little bit. It's already looking really good, but let's also try to guide our knees out as we sit back. There's a few drills that we can do to kind of cue that a little bit better, including, I think it's called wrapping a band around your knees, guiding them out, forcing them out, a little RNT training, reactive neuromuscular training, guiding them out as you actually squat down, and then getting to depth and seeing how it feels. We're really, really close as it is. Let's really try to shoot for next week. It's getting better every week, though I'm not worried at all. But yeah, it's going to be even more challenging wraps. So I think the change for toe position to be here to here, we might even have to go a little bit more so. But more than anything, though, for now, let's just worry about guiding those knees out, and that alone is going to be incredibly powerful. Looking back at the video to kind of reiterate what I'm saying, you'll notice that once you actually set your stance, knees go forward, 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 and then we kind of run out of room. And again, the second these knees start coming out and we point the toes out a little bit more. So there we go. That was very close to it. That was probably the closest rep. Yeah, so that was probably your closest rep right there, and that is like a ½ inch away. That is so stinking close. All you have to do is knees a little further out, and you would have killed it. Absolutely killed it. So for you, right now, we already brought our toes a little bit out. Let's go ahead and do so a little more so. About a 45-degree angle, and that alone is going to kind of help cue the knees out. And then then really think about the knees out cue. That's going to help you sit back better, drive into those knee wraps a little bit better. On top of that, get to depth. But like I said, huge strides already. Really like what I'm saying. In terms of the other videos, I really like the 2-count pauses. These are going to be a really good exercise for you. The only issue is we have to make sure those pauses are right at 90. If they aren't, they won't really have the desired training effect. And right now, obviously, they're just a touch high. But again, getting better, work in progress is completely fine. We are definitely going to get there before competition time. Then when it comes to deadlifts, similar thing. Looked really good. Don't be afraid to go over the weight range because it definitely looked fairly easy. But I would say that when it comes to snatch grip, I don't know if you may have sent me the wrong video, and that's completely fine if so. But keep in mind, snatch grip. Let's say this is my normal grip. My snatch grip is going to be like way the hell out here. That's how we kind of get the desired training for stimulus that we're looking for. We're trying to really engage that upper back, and we have to bring that grip way out. And in the video that you sent me for snatch grip, it looked like pretty much normal grip, which again, it might have been just a video confusion, no big deal. But right there is not quite snatch grip. This hand should be over here. This hand should be like over here, a lot wider than it is. But yeah, I think that's about it for what to cover today. Things I want to reiterate though, when it comes to the load ranges, don't be afraid to blow past them or go touch under them from time to time. I wouldn't always suggest it. For the most time, we should be within the load range, at least for the first set. But again, first set feels good, did it within load range, feeling great, feel like you blew past it, then go ahead and blow past it. No big deal whatsoever. We want to take advantage of those days. And then second thing I would say, knees out. Let's go ahead and change our toe position just a little bit. It's going to cater to the fact that you're having range of motion issues so much, going to help so much. So let's bring those toes a little further out. Let's go ahead and really focus on the knees out cue, and let's look and see how it looks next week. I really want to see as many videos as I can of your squat, because realistically, that's the thing that we got to dial in. And once we do so, we can really start adding load to the bar and have your body get highly adapted to the new positional changes required to get full range of motion squat to hit our competition standards. Let me know if you have any questions at all, but I think those two changes alone in your squat are going to be incredible.